more questions than answers remained on Thursday regarding the crash of a U.S. Air Force CV-22 Osprey off the southern coast of Japan on Wednesday that left at least one airman dead. The status of the other 7 airmen on board, as well as the cause of the incident, remains unclear, the crew being assigned to the 353rd Air Force Special Operations Wing at Yokota Air Base outside Tokyo. The accident is the latest fatal incident involving the U.S.-owned Osprey, which has left dozens of military members injured or killed in accidents around the world over the past 3 decades. 4 fatal accidents at the Osprey, including Wednesday's crash, have claimed the lives of at least 13 U.S. soldiers in the past 2 years. It was the first fatal incident involving an Air Force CV-22 since 2010, and potentially the deadliest accident since 2018, when 9 Puerto Rico Air National Guard soldiers were killed in the crash of a WC-130 weather reconnaissance plane. What is CV-22 Osprey? The CV-22 Osprey that crashed Wednesday is a variant of the V-22 model produced through a partnership between Boeing and Textron's Bell, the tiltrotor aircraft known for its towering nacelles that allow it to launch and land like a helicopter and travel at high speed like a fixed-wing aircraft. Began entering U.S. inventory in 1999 with the Marine Corps CV-22. The program began as a late-schedule, over-budget invention that cost many lives during development. In the decades since, the Osprey has proved valuable for its speed and versatility, flying faster than conventional helicopters to approach the enemy from unexpected angles or carry wounded troops to emergency care. The Air Force received its first combat-ready CV-22 in 2007, and the Navy's CMV-22 variant flew in 2020 and deployed with carrier air wings in 2021. No Marine Service-owned Osprey was involved in the fatal accident. The Japanese military also operates its own Osprey. The U.S. military now has hundreds of Osprey aircraft, most of which are operated by Marines. Air Force Special Operations units use CV-22s to sneak in and out of areas with no runways, so fixed-wing aircraft may not be able to land with troops and supplies. The Osprey can carry nearly 3 dozen military members or 10,000 pounds of cargo at a time, according to an Air Force fact sheet. Each is armed with a .50 caliber machine gun, and each will cost $90 million in 2020. The Yokota-based unit involved in the latest accident activated the squadron in 2019 to operate and maintain the CV-22 Osprey as part of the Pentagon's growth in the Pacific. But the technological advances that the V-22 fleet brings to combat and training are still overshadowed by concerns about the longevity and safety of those platforms. CV-22 readiness keeps me up at night, then Colonel Dale White, who oversaw the acquisition and maintenance of the Air Force's Special Operations platform, said in 2019. What problems has the Osprey faced lately? A combination of pilot error and mechanical failure has contributed to the Osprey crash, which, if fatal, has killed many troops at once. The military has recently shifted its focus to tackling the problem known as tough fighting. Last year, the Air Force Special Operations Command temporarily suspended its Osprey operations following successive safety incidents in which the Osprey clutch slipped temporarily and then reactivated, thus causing uneven power distribution to its large rotors. Such slips could cause the aircraft to slip dangerously. Violent clashes on both sides of a Marine Corps MV-22 Osprey in June 2022 led to an accident that killed 5 Marines in California. Later in February, the V-22 Joint Program Office, which manages the tri-service fleet, halted an undisclosed number of Osprey flights, with more than 800 flight hours, to replace aging clutch-related components. The office claimed in July that it had reduced the likelihood of a hard clutch engagement, or HCE, by 99%. The V-22 community conducted 22,258 flight hours between February 3, 2023, and July 19, 2023, with no HCE events, the Joint Program Office said at the time. The following month, 3 Marines were killed when their Osprey plane crashed in northern Australia. The Marine Corps is still investigating the cause of the crash. Right now, I'm not going to apply a crushing blow to any incident that links the two, Pentagon spokeswoman Sabrina Singh said, when asked in August if a clutch malfunction was the cause of the deaths. It's unclear if Wednesday's crash involved a hard clutch. According to the Associated Press, Japanese news outlet NHK quoted a local resident as saying that he saw the plane overturn, with flames coming from one of its engines, and then an explosion before falling into the sea.